Alright guys, welcome back to another Patreon request, and as always, if you'd like to have a Patreon request done, just hit the link below, head on over to my Patreon, and just hit the 4th tier where you guys can start sending me requests for videos to do here on YouTube. Now, this Patreon request comes from my good friend, Jason Voorhees 2011. This is one of the 3 he sent to me. I had already done one not too long ago, excuse me. And yeah. So this one is interesting because this one is actually a subject I was thinking about talking about, but then Jason sent it to me as actually like a Patreon request. So with Werewolf by Night being a success in terms of these Marvel presentations, Jason asked me basically to do a video of like what other Marvel characters aren't big enough to get a TV show, but don't have the appeal to have a whole movie. Well, to be fair, you could make the argument that every Marvel character now could get a movie or TV show now. It's always a possibility now, because if you can make Eternals into a movie, you can pretty much fucking make anything. So let's talk about some characters that could definitely benefit from this, like Werewolf by Night did, and subsequently Man-Thing did as well. Now, the 2 that I'm not going to talk about, because these are rumored, these are the heavy rumors, is that Nova and the X-Men are going to get Marvel presentations on Disney+. I'm not going to put those in here, but I am going to, but just to know, I would say, if anyone's got the better shot, I would say X-Men, but Nova probably is, we do know that there is a Nova project. So I would imagine that they've probably turned it into a Marvel presentation after how good Werewolf by Night went off. So Nova is probably going to be the next one. I'm not a betting man, but I would say that's probably the next logical one. So let's talk about some characters I think should get Marvel presentation, these Marvel specials. Starting off with one character, this was the first one I thought of in terms of Marvel characters to get that should get a special. Night Thrasher. Yeah, Night Thrasher of the New Warriors was the first character I definitely thought of when I was thinking of these. Night Thrasher is a character that could introduce the New Warriors. He's also he's a young millionaire. He also has that kind of Batman mentality of the world is dark, so I have to be dark too. He's definitely got a lot going for him, and I honestly, that's my guy. This is the character I always want to see John Boyega play if he was ever in the MCU. Night Thrasher was the character I always wanted to see Boyega play. More than Blade, more than the others. I think he would make an excellent Night Thrasher. Yeah, so definitely him. That was the first character I was thinking of when I was thinking of this list of Night Thrasher first and foremost. As for others, yeah. So there are a few other characters I'd like to see in here, and this is going to be a fun one. What if we did an Old West one? What if we did one with, the Two-Gun Kid? That would be kind of neat, because, yeah, maybe, we haven't seen the MCU in the Old West. It'd be kind of cool, or maybe, better yet, I'll do you one better, Red Wolf. There you go. A Red Wolf special set in the, in the Old West, and focusing on Red Wolf as he's battling his way through, people trying to harm his tribe. Definitely Red Wolf would be a cool one. Yeah, so Red Wolf, Two-Gun Kid could be easily in there. I mean, kind of like how Man-Thing was in the Werewolf by Night special. So definitely that. So you could definitely still have Two-Gun Kid in there. So there is that. As for others, I would say, well, we already have Nova, but there are a lot of cosmic characters out there who don't have a spotlight on them, namely Quasar. Quasar would be another great character to kind of focus on the cosmic pantheon. I think that would be Quasar would be a great cosmic character, master of the Omega bands, a very powerful character too. I think it would be like a fun cosmic romp to really play with. Speaking of cosmic characters that pretty much need a special, Beta Ray Bill. Definitely 100% Beta Ray Bill needs, if we need him in the MCU, and if you're not going to introduce him in Thor, no matter how many times they tease him, Beta Ray Bill should get a special. Like, here's how you could do a Beta Ray Bill special. Is basically you have it at the start of his mission. Like, the Corbin, Corbin has been lost to Surtur, or maybe changed around to Galactus this time. Yeah, you could easily switch it to Galactus, and this is how you introduce Galactus and the Silver Surfer in the MCU, and you could focus on him traveling the cosmos before he finds Stormbreaker. However, they would introduce that in the movies, in the future Thor movies or whatever. But yeah, this could be a nice way to show Scuttlebutt and show Beta Ray Bill before he got, Stormbreaker or whatever hammer he can get to use it. But please give us Beta Ray Bill in the MCU. I'm begging you. I need my old horse head in the fucking movies. As for others, Songbird. We're already introduced. We don't have her in Thunderbolts, so Songbird is a character I would absolutely adore to see in the MCU. I think she would be a great addition. I think she would be a fantastic character to see, and using those powers, yeah, she basically manipulates sound like a fucking Green Lantern ring. So maybe introduce her in a special, and then if you ever do a sequel to Thunderbolts, have her be a part of that. I think that would be a lot of fun. As for others, let's focus on some villains. Let's do it like why does it have to be just heroes? Like, I think it'd be kind of cool to maybe do like a villain-centric one. Like, maybe this is how you can introduce Doctor Doom. Like, give him like his own little mini-movie to kind of build... Because we are getting rumors that he is going to be in Black... He is the real villain behind the war between Namor and Wakanda in the movie. Shock to no one. So maybe he can get a special to really like build him up more as like the next big threat of the MCU. Really focus on him being like the next, like this movie of him in like Latveria, and S.H.I.E.L.D. sends in a strike team to try to assassinate him, and Doom just mops the floor with him. Here's another character, and this would be a fun one to really dive into, the Sentry. Yeah, I know a lot of people don't like the Sentry. I have a love-hate thing with the Sentry because, yeah, Brian Michael, like a character created by Bendis is usually better when Bendis is gone. Look at Ironheart. Miles, he gets a pass because he actually, like, Miles was good. But yeah, Sentry was way more interesting when like people like Jeff Lemire and other people got a hold of him. So that'd be really neat. Like, really do what you did in Moon Knight. Yeah, I'd even say like bring in the people who created the Moon Knight TV show and have them do like kind of delve into the mental instability that the Sentry has and really play with that and the Void, and maybe even say like, oh, it's the he. I don't know if I would do the whole, oh, it's the hero everyone literally forgot about. I don't know if I would do that, but maybe. If you do it right. I think it all depends on how well you can handle something like that in television and how well it'll translate. Let's see, who else I would love to see get a special. Oh, Balder. We haven't seen Balder in any MCU thing. Ever. So how about we focus on Balder the Brave and him on his own like little personal quest and basically talk about, where the hell have you been, man? Like, maybe you can do like a mini, like one of these Marvel specials to explain where Balder has been, and maybe this is how you introduce Enchantress. Like, maybe it's a mission he's been on and he encounters Amora along the way. There you go. There, I solved one of the major crises in the as the Thor part of the MCU. Not only do you get to see Balder, we explain what happened to Enchantress too. There you go. What else? What was another character? Because I feel like I'm forgetting another character I would love to see get one of these specials. Yeah, Ghost Rider. There you go, Ghost Rider. If we can't get a TV show or movie, yeah, this could be a neat way to introduce more of the Marvel Supernatural stuff, and maybe even the Legion of Monsters, maybe, is with a Ghost Rider special. Maybe that's how they do it, and maybe even proper Damien Hellstorm, like actual proper Damien Hellstorm, and not whatever faux supernatural Winchester brother bullshit you were trying to pull before. Food for thought. Yeah. So, there you go, guys. That is just a few characters I would love to see get these Marvel presentations to get them introduced in the MCU. But you guys tell me in the comments below, what characters would you love to see get Marvel presentations? You know, Marvel specials. Just comment below, let me know. And once again, I'd like to thank Jason Voorhees 2011 for sending me this Patreon request and continued patronage. Tongue-tied. And as always, if you'd like I said before, if you'd like to have a Patreon request done, just hit the link below, head on over to my Patreon, and hit the fourth tier. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.